So today we want to talk about Donald Trump decided to send a group of delegates from the United States to Burkina Faso just to go and negotiate a win-win deal between the two nations, that is Burkina Faso and the United States of America. And this team is being led by one and only James Scott. Let's watch this video.
Entretenu sur des questions de coopération sécuritaire, économique et agricole entre le Burkina Faso et les États-Unis. Dans tous ces secteurs, la délégation américaine a salué les efforts du gouvernement américain. Je vous propose d'écouter James Austin Scott, membre de la Chambre des représentants du Congrès américain.
Yeah, we had a wonderful discussion with the speaker. We're here.
On est venu discuter avec le président du Parlement et démocrates et républicains représentants ici ont eu une très bonne discussion avec le président du Parlement. On a eu de très bonnes discussions avec le président du Parlement ainsi qu'avec le ministre de la Défense et le ministre des Affaires étrangères un peu plus tôt aujourd'hui. Et on est ici avec une manière conjointe, démocrates et républicains, pour montrer notre support au pays, pour développer le partenariat économique et sécuritaire du pays. Et on a discuté de l'agriculture et s'assurer que le pays a ce dont il a besoin quand il s'agit de l'agriculture pour nourrir sa population. Et également, nous avons discuté de la situation sécuritaire du pays en ce qui concerne tout le territoire burkinabé, s'assurer que la sécurité s'améliore sur le territoire.
Needs for its citizens, as well as the security situation, specifically in the northern part of the
And as you can see there, this guy, James Scott, with his team, they met the delegate team from Burkina Faso. Remember, Ibrahim Traore did not meet them in person. He refused. He had other things to do. He has no time to go sit down and start negotiating things that it does not make sense to him at the moment. He has more better things that he needs to do for the Burkinabe people. And you know what? This is just a man who, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot even explain what kind of a man is this, because no one has seen such a kind of a man who the fast, you all know the superpower America has decided to send a group of delegates from. This is a big nation, They are sending them to this small nation that is called Burkina Faso just for them to negotiate. But this president from the small nation, as you call it, he has other better things to do other than just sitting down and discussing these kind of things. You know what now? In the context, James Austin, he started by praising Burkina Faso, telling them, when you get into this partnership, when you get into this deal, you guys are going to benefit more. But now, who, how, and when? Because all along, we have always had the partnership, we have always had deals with you guys, but we have not seen that impact, the one you're talking about today. They're like, so now they were talking all these things, praising Burkina Faso, and now the delegates from Burkina Faso, they're now sitting there, they're just listening. They're like, you guys just you say your thing, you finish up, and then you go. Let's watch this video, guys.
So this American ambassador here visited Burkina Faso, and this is the reason I say that every African leader need to be learning from Burkina Faso right now. Like every African country need to be learning from Burkina Faso, because these guys are united and they are getting it right. I keep saying this. Now, this American ambassador visited Burkina Faso and said that America promises to build school, hospitals, and a lot of other stuff for them. Out of nothing, they are just coming on their own goodwill to build all these things that she mentioned for them for free. That's how they always do. They will always come, promise you, they will build you schools, build you infrastructures, but they won't allow you to be in a position that you can build these things yourself. They will never allow you to attain the position in which you can build these things yourself. You understand now? in a way that why don't you allow them to build their schools by themselves with their own curriculum, with their own ideas, with their own morals? They won't allow you to do this. That's American for you. Now, this is the most interesting part. Listen to how the Burkina Faso Prime Minister replied to her.
According to the Prime Minister, on the other hand, good governance is important when citizens are alive. Good governance applies to living people. Our priority is the fight against terrorism, and after that, other things can follow. So if you can help us in this regard, he noted. Dr. Kelem de Tambela also deplored the lack of sufficient support from the United States in this fight against terrorism. He cited the example of warplanes ordered from Brazil, which operated with parts manufactured under American license, which the United States refused to allow to be delivered. If these devices were usable, we could have saved lives. It is in difficulties that we recognize true friends, he added. Furthermore, the head of government hopes that the new ambassador will help to remove these obstacles to enable Burkina Faso to acquire more resources in the fight against terrorism. During their time of discussion, Ambassador Joanne M. Lockhart also mentioned the construction of clinics, schools, and humanitarian actions. The Prime Minister, while appreciating these contributions, called for support in arms more. He stated that those who attack Burkina Faso come with weapons, and the military must also have weapons to retaliate, he insisted. For him, it is essential to first contain armed attacks, allow citizens to live, and humanitarian actions and development can then follow. There is no construction possible without security. Burkina Faso is seeking stability and is looking for the help that will allow it to achieve this, added the Prime Minister. The two personalities also discussed the issue of governance and ongoing reform projects.
USA Congress has praised Burkina Faso military and agriculture achievement. On Friday, the 29th of August, a delegation led by Senator James has met Burkina Faso President of Assembly, Dr. Ousmane Bougouma. And according to the USA Progress, Burkina Faso has made a big progress in reclaiming its territories from the terrorists. And that's not all. They also expressed their admiration on the agriculture achievement under President Ibrahim Traore. So we can all agree that he is working and is working hard for his country, right? Okay, let me take you back to a couple of months ago, where Michael Langley testified that in Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore is using Burkina Faso resources for its own protection. Let's consider the two statements. They both come from the same country, USA Congress. Now you understand why President Ibrahim Traore doesn't trust nobody. He doesn't shake hands. It makes sense.
You know, one thing that I have once understood, when you see your enemy all of a sudden starts praising you, you have to think twice. When you just see your enemy from nowhere, it's like, oh, you know, Isaac, you're a good man, you're a handsome guy, you know, you're a tall, black, you know, those kind of things, you know, you're appreciating you. Oh, we have can I invite you for dinner? You know, once the deal is too good, you think twice. And I think this is one of the strategy Ibrahim Traore is using at the moment. All along, you have called this nation a nation of terrorists. You said Ibrahim Traore is the one leading this terrorist group, and all of a sudden again you coming, you want to appreciate him, you want to say that you're the good man, you need to strike a deal with you, and all along you are going to benefit out of this partnership. My friend, people are not fool. Africans are no longer fools. Yes, Africans are no longer fools, apart from those few individuals who are always there running after small donations that they want to receive from the West. James Austin Scott continues to praise Burkina Faso. It's like, oh, we have never seen such a country. You within this shortest time possible, you have improved the agriculture sector. We can see your people are doing well. You know what? Just as a third world country like yours, this is so nice. Yeah. Who told you? Who called you to appreciate her? Who called you? What the hell? Who called you to appreciate Burkina Faso? All along, they have appreciated themselves. They know where they want to be in the next few years. So now, who are you to come in and try now to pamper them, to trying to show how you care, how they're doing this thing very nice, very well. It's literally, those ones are just red flags. Yeah, those are just red flags, And in addition to that, he says, James said that the second point where he touched most, he was like, we have seen Burkina Faso has always been experiencing issues to do with the terrorists. So now we want to enhance the security. When we strike this deal, when we come into this deal, I'm sure you are going to get the best security America will enhance. And these kind of terroristic activities that are ongoing every now and then, you will no longer see them. How do we know that? Now the question is, how do we know if you're the ones who are sponsoring this, so that you come in trying to negotiate a deal because of this? You see the way things are happening around? How do we know? How do we justify that you're not the one who are sponsoring these terroristic things, so that you come in to look for a deal with the excuse of these terrorist activities and insecurity matters? Yeah? I know.
Sur des questions de coopération sécuritaire, économique et agricole entre le Burkina Faso et les États-Unis. Dans tous ces secteurs, la délégation américaine a salué les efforts du gouvernement américain. Je vous propose d'écouter James Austin Scott, membre de la Chambre des représentants du Congrès américain.
Yeah, we had a wonderful discussion with the speaker. We're here.
So, on est venu discuter avec le président du Parlement, et démocrates et républicains représentants ici ont eu une très bonne discussion avec le président du Parlement. On a eu de très bonnes discussions avec le président du Parlement ainsi qu'avec le ministre de la Défense, le ministre des Affaires étrangères un peu plus tôt aujourd'hui. Et on est ici avec une manière conjointe, démocrates et républicains, pour montrer notre support au pays, pour développer le partenariat économique et sécuritaire du pays. Et on a discuté de l'agriculture et s'assurer que le pays a ce dont il a besoin quand il s'agit de l'agriculture pour nourrir sa population. Et également, nous avons discuté de la situation sécuritaire du pays en ce qui concerne tout le territoire burkinabé, s'assurer que la sécurité s'améliore sur le territoire.
Needs for its citizens, as well as the security situation, specifically in the northern part.
Now, in the statement, you see this guy saying, once you partner with America, if you accept to partner with the US, you are the ones, that is, in this case, it's Burkina Faso, are the ones who are going to benefit most from this partnership. Where on earth have we ever seen Mzungu, the American people, like, let me say, in general, people from the West, they're like, they have gone into they have struck a deal with the African nation, and the African nation has gained. Where on earth? Where? In fact, that is just an easiest way of getting into this country, and then the founder mean to do away with your whatever that you're organizing. They will use the same security to ensure that you are out of power. My friend, this time round, I think Africa, you need to wake up. When someone comes in with their, they come in with their ideas, with their strategy, just tell them, be bold. Tell these guys that we know what we want as Africans, and we no longer want your partnership. If you want to come and visit a nation, just come and visit. Come as a guest. We will welcome. We will appreciate you as a tourist. You visit, walk around the country. Once you're done, go back to your state. Because all along we have seen Donald Trump has introduced a lot of ban, a lot of restriction going to the US. There's a lot of restrictions that are going on. On top of the visa being expensive, on top of that, there is an additional security fee for the visa, which is not refundable. At the same time, there is restriction for other countries. There are a lot of tariffs that have been introduced. So, my guy, my people, what the hell? What else do you want? Huh? It's the simplest way for someone to tell you, I do not need you. Cutting all the donations in the name of, we are trying to cut the cost, where we had the loopholes where the money was being wasted. So now we want to gain that back. So does it mean that the money was being wasted when it was supporting Africans? When a fool grows, upstairs becomes sharp. The brilliant one have a problem. That is, I'm trying to translate it direct from the Swahili African proverb, which typically means when someone that you have always overlooked, once the upstairs become sharp, truly you will be in trouble as a brilliant one. So now, that is my reaction. But at the moment, I will say, Ibrahim Traore did a good thing. He never met these delegates. He decided to go and build the country, do what is most important, that will facilitate the people in Burkina Faso, instead of just sitting down and listening. So what did he do? So now what did Donald Trump say? Okay, that's nice. Okay, until when? We have seen so many presidents, they are always in Ethiopia, going to sit there, listening to the Mzungus, just sitting there, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. In Congo, we are seeing what is happening. So why, instead of focusing with the Burkina Faso, why can't this same president go and focus with the Congo and ensure that everything stabilizes there before they now go out and tell the world, you know what, we were having problems in Congo, so now we want the same, or rather we have stabilized that issue. Now everything is on point. So now, guys, the same we want to apply in Burkina Faso. We want to apply the same in Nigeria. We want to apply the same in Mali, Niger, blah, blah, blah. This kind of statement. At least you have a tangible evidence. Not just verbal things. Nowadays, who believes verbal statements? No one. Actually, I think Ibrahim Traore should keep on doing that. That is the spirit of the land that we need to see. You're proud of you, man. We want to see that, more and more of that. Until now, when that time comes, when we need to have a 50-50 deal, you respect me, I respect you back because of what I have and because of what you have, and the earth will be the best place to live. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. My name is Isaac Obomba. This is Africanization Data. Keep on commenting. Let's engage in the comment section. By the way, I would like to hear, what's your reaction onto this? Perhaps the question I can pose: do you think by Ibrahim Traore refusing to meet this, or rather, let me say, missing to meet this delegate from the US, did he try in one or the other to show rudeness, or what's your take on this? But I've already reacted as per my opinion. Keep on engaging. Bye-bye for now.